in YouTube land from the grand land of Olean. We're back here for a quick February live, or rather, this is just a quick little happy Valentine's Day live. I want to share the love with all of you, and yeah, we'll give it a little bit to have some people jump on if people are on Valentine's Day. We're going to do 3 quick things for you, and then we'll do a little chat if you want. So for anybody who's jumping on, I want to show you my Wonder Ring. Yes, this is a beautiful ring. I call it the Wonder Ring because you're probably wondering what it does. Well, it jumps back to the finger. That's what it does, right? Now you can see that in real time, right? When we throw it up from the bottom, it just melds right through. Speaking of melding, we've been talking about pinochle on the channel here, and we're going to be doing a video on what a meld is. Now, what's interesting is that if you were here, you'd actually be able to look at that a little bit closer, but as you know, it just jumps back to the finger. And that is the Wonder Ring. So yeah, anybody wants to jump on, we're just having a good time. Doing a little bit of Valentine's Day magic. Yes. Now, of course, if you're familiar with the channel, you know that I've got a lot of love. Now, this might be a little heart, but I have a bigger heart. Just wait and see. Here we go. Into the hand it goes. But of course, this is a mischievous heart. Yeah. Some people wear their hearts on their sleeve. I keep mine right here in my pocket. Yeah, not that one. This one. We can do that again. Real slow. You can see it go into the hand, but yet it will jump down to the pocket. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, if you're not careful, you'll get a broken heart. But remember, you can heal over time. And you can spread that love around. Absolutely wonderful. Now from here, what we'll do is this. Sometimes your hearts might switch places. They'll go from here to here. And now they've switched. But no, for real, sometimes you just need to give your heart to another to hold on to. My heart is yours. Gorgeous. Now, of course, here's where things get interesting. I can take this heart here, from here, and then I can show you that it's in the pocket. But it will, of course, jump back to you. Hello, hello from Drew. I'm not going to finish reading that. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm blind. These are my seeing eyeglasses. I took the lenses out so I could see better. Okay. Now, if you're just coming in, we're doing a little bit of spongy hearts. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit here so that you can see them over on the screen. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for jumping in. So we have a heart here. We have this heart that goes into the pocket. That's going to be important later. Yeah, it's going to be important later. Because now, you see the heart here? Into the pocket, but yet it jumps back to the hand. Obviously, you've guessed, I got 3 hearts. Yes, 1 for each of my children. Haha. I am a wizard. Yes, I am a wizard. So now, we play a little game where you get to count the hearts. We have 1, 2. The third one, of course, will go in the pocket. The pocket. Somebody said Doctor Who and it threw me off. So how many hearts are in the hand? Of course, if you're wondering, that is 3. I do it quickly, just in case people are just coming in. You understand the premise of the game. We're counting the hearts. That's 1. That's 2. The third one, of course, will go into the pocket. Yes. And if you remember, you do remember, right? That's 3 in the hand. Now this is the part you really need to pay attention to. 1 in the hand. 2 in the hand. And the third one goes into the pocket. Yes. The third one goes into the pocket. So how many were in the hand? Hello, hello. It's good to see all the wonderful people joining us today, so I can talk about all of the big love. Yes, the big love. Ha-cha. Go ahead and feel free to put an applause cue down below. And we're just going to leave that for some subliminal messaging for you. That's my love for you. Feel free to click the buttons to show your support today. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Well, you guys are rounding up for an applause. We're going to go ahead and open up a fresh pack of cards. You know what I find interesting here is this is brand new deck. And playing with the hearts of the people. We don't play around with the love. So this is the tab for the top, but it's actually upside down. They put it on the bottom. So to open it, I had to go over here. Tricky, tricky. A fresh pack of cards for a couple of fantastic routines. Normally I would keep that on there just for a little bit of extra protection in the pockets, but for you guys today, we're going to go completely open with this. You know, obviously there's nothing hidden there. We're going to use a nickel. More subliminal messaging. You know, if you want a tip. Here's a tip. Never drink from a coconut you find in the dark. Anyway, that one stuck with me for a lot of years, so I just kind of keep that ready to go. So let's see. We've got some ad cards. Here's what I like to do with these. I keep them just for practicing moves that may otherwise damage your cards while you're just starting to get into Magic and stuff. I just like to keep them. They're fun. Anyway, the Jokers, or you could use them for wild cards if you wanted to play some games and stuff. Now, of course, in a brand new deck of cards, you're going to have all of them separate. And that's not really what we're going for here today, because in the reality of things, in the world that we live in, when you're out there looking for your loved one, your significant other, there's a large pool, and they're not always nice and neat. You got to really go out there and look, don't you? Thank you. The Lego shirt or the Magic Guy shirt. Both of them are stellar, but I gotta show the support. If it's raining, oh, I love it. Use the umbrella. Yes. So I got the Magic Guy shirt from the Magic Guys podcast, and then I got the Lego shirt. I got 2 of them from Temu. It's really the only place I could find them. If you know where I can find them, a different location, I'd pick them up, but that's where I got them, was Temu. This is my second favorite one because the other one actually has a pocket utility. You know, it's always nice to have extra pockets. Okay, I think we've mixed up the cards enough. It would be funny if they, of course, were not mixed up, because I've been shuffling them for quite a while. But, that's not the kind of channel we're doing here. Anyway, we're going to have a card selected. I like to do it face up at first, just so you can see what is actually happening here. The Ace of Hearts looks like a good one that we're actually going to start with, just because it is, of course, Valentine's Day, and the Ace is the pinnacle of all hearts, right? Now, of course, it was in the middle. It's not on top. That's the 10 of Hearts. That's how many likes we need to get this stream to. I mean, there's only 5 people here. I've got 3 likes so far. The math isn't mathing, but, have at it. Anyway, if we can rise to the top, we can find our true love after all. Back in the center it will go. Ah, buddies. Look at that. 100, 100. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. Okay. Here's a good one, too. Sometimes you just got to blow, and your card will appear. Pockets rule, that is for sure. Okay. Let's see if we can demarcate this to a whole other level of awesomeness. Yes. We're going to go ahead and show you my fan. I'm your fan, you're my fan. We're all fans, right? Absolutely gorgeous. Here's what I'd like to do next. We're going to see if we can bring a little bit of chaos. Because if love isn't a little bit about give and take, right? So we're going to go ahead and make things chaotic. Ha-cha. And now, of course, we've got front to back, back to front. Who hasn't been rejected? And somewhere in the middle, things are just all sorts of weird. But I'll tell you what. As we go through the cards here, you'll notice that they are still mixed, which is kind of a positive. Because, again, it's not that type of channel. And all these cards are here like so. One card is, of course, face up. And it is... Ha ha ha! This is live. Did I mention that? I feel like Zeus in the Thor movie, or Thor rather, I flicked too hard. And I made the card fly away. Like I said, this is live, and that means that, being that that is your ace of hearts, let's see if I can find the other aces. I know, right? I didn't mean to flick it that hard. Anyway, let's see if I can find the other 4 aces with one hand. You know what? That was pretty cool, but I wasn't actually talking about this hand. I was actually talking about this hand over here. It's a new deck. It's kind of slippery. Wasn't expecting all the power. Okay. I think that was pretty stellar. I think that was that took things to a whole other level. But what if we tried something a little bit different? Because love can be different. Look at this. The rubber band represents the tension in any great relationship. And of course, the relationship that we are talking about here today, now at this present time, is the relationship between the 4 aces. Now with the deck secured as it is, we potentially could have a minor miracle happen with not 1, not 2, not 3, but all 4 aces. Well, hello there. I'm going to try to pronounce it. Smachays. Hayes. Smack Hayes. I do apologize. Yes, my name is Jesse. It sure is. Do I know you personally? I don't know. 4 aces have magically appeared from the pack. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to go with all of those cards. We're going to lose them in the pack. We're done with the aces for now. Let's do a little chat, shall we? Alice in Wonderland. I love that you say that. So part of my persona that I'm working towards is the Mad Hatter. Is one of the inspirations for that. So things get a little topsy-turvy, you know what I'm saying? Turned about. But yeah. Anywho, we got a couple people in here. Feel free to keep clicking that like button. Yeah. We're just doing a little chat if you want to chat. If not, it's okay. We can always do more magic if you really want to see some. But yeah. Who wants to see one more trick? Unless you guys do want to chat. That, again, it's okay. The Queen of Hearts. You know what? I think we can actually do something with the Queen of Hearts if you'd like to. I think we're going to have 2 cards selected this time. We did the ace, and then we did the 4 aces. Let's go ahead and see if we can have a card selected today. Somebody just go ahead and tell me stop as I riffle down through the cards. I'll go slow because I know there's a delay in the text, the chat, and all that. It's as slow as can go. I'll even have to start over a couple times. I'll just keep riffling until I see stop. This is the part of the show that just absolutely enthralls everybody as I'm just riffling through the brand new deck of cards. Only one person is watching. It seems like this is the part of the show that everybody decided was not for them. It's about halfway down. I think that's good, unless somebody is going to say stop. Let's go with this card right here. The Queen of Hearts. If you didn't guess that the Queen of Hearts was coming, then then you haven't been paying attention. Now, since Smack Hayes, I do apologize, since they recommended it, let's go ahead and put that. We're going to put your name. We're going to actually do, I don't know if this is how your name goes, but for whatever reason, that's just what my brain is telling me. So we're going to put Smack on this card, and then let's go ahead and see if we can have another card selected. So, okay. This particular card is going to go in here. Good. Now let's have another card selected. It's half the deck, but my thumb is already kind of tired, so let's go ahead and do that again. Whoa, what happened there? What's going on here? Oh, here we go. I got confused for a second. Let's try that again. Haze on this one. Perfect. Now, this is going to go about right there. Let's go ahead and figure out what's going on with this card. Oh, sorry about that. Love is chaotic, like I said. So we have 2 cards selected like so. We will slowly push them together. If you're just now joining us, we're doing a trick with the Queen of Hearts and the King of Hearts, because it's Valentine's Day. Big love here. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. But this trick represents the love that we have for each other, the connection that we can make here on the interwebs. And one card has flipped over. And that, of course, is the Queen of Hearts. And, of course, that does say Haze on there. Very nice. As you can see, all the other cards are face down as well. A little bit of Valentine's Day love. Is the King. But the King doesn't have anything written on it, so we've definitely gone off the rails today. But let's see if we found it either way. Oh, that's a king. That's a different king. What have you done? So where's this isn't supposed to be this kind of trick. I don't. It's not really funny. It's interesting more than funny, because this is supposed to be a trick about love, and there was a different king, which kind of symbolizes something else. But we found it. We found it. We brought it back. It's okay. Now that we've brought ourselves back, here's the king over here. We're gonna get rid of him because we need to heal and recover. Here we go. Hold on a second. There we go. We got it. It didn't quite work out the way we intended, but we did get there, and that's all that matters. Because sometimes on Valentine's Day, even if you wait until the last minute to buy all the stuff, you can still recover. So I hope all of you have a great time on your Valentine's Day. We're actually at 21 minutes. We're going to go back to the workshop because I am the Wonder Maker. I've saved it to the end to kind of share this with you. That's who I am. I'm the Wonder Maker. A little bit of Santa Claus, little bit of Mr. Rogers, and a whole lot of the Mad Hatter. So thank you everybody for joining us. The next card I'm going to pull is the 7. Yeah, I think we can do that. As I go through the pack and try to find the 7. My glasses aren't working. What did I do? I'm just trying to figure out what is happening here. Oh, that's what I did. That's fun. Okay, so let's see if I can find the 7. Now, there's an actual trick in Magic that basically allows an individual such as yourself to choose any card, and then you could actually tell me what position that card is at. Now, we're going to do it 2 different ways. We're going to do it the first way, and then we're going to do it the second way. Method A and Method 1. You mean shuffle, and then pull a 7. Let's do this here. The 7. No, that's a 2. The 7. No, that's a queen. Nope, that's a 6. See, we're not finding the 7. But here's what we could do. What 7 do you want? We're going to show you what it looks like, and then we're going to show you how we can do it. I would like just to name a 7, any of the suits you want, and then name a number. No 7s on top, no 7s on bottom. Yep. So hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs, and then a number, most likely a number that's between 1 and 52. You couldn't pick 52. Obviously, you know it's not going to be 52, and you know it's not going to be 1. So try somewhere in the middle. Makes it more interesting. Seven. Hearts, diamond. Oh, we got the 7 of health. Hearts. We'll go with hearts because today is Valentine's Day. Okay, go ahead and somebody pick a number. A number 1 to 52. 10. Okay, here we go. Now this is what this would look like. 7 of hearts, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, is the 7 there? That's a 9. We still didn't get any 7s. Okay. Now, let's make sure that we didn't mess up earlier and make sure that there's actually a 7 in here. Right? 7 of hearts that's a 7 of diamonds. We should have verified that we actually have the 7 in here earlier, right? That would have probably made a little bit more sense. So it's right there. And then now, Do you still want the 10 or do you want a different number? You can change your mind. Let's stick with the 7 of hearts, though. It is not on top. Not on the bottom. And those are different cards, too. So we just wanted to verify that it was, in fact, in the deck. 7 of hearts. Do you want to stick with 10 or do you want a different number altogether? Not my hat. I promise. But that would be a pretty cool trick if I had set that up from the beginning. 19. Okay. Now, if I can count to 19, we'll see if we can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. If you had went one more. If you had went one less. But you said the 7 of hearts, and you said 19. Now, this is any card at any number. The 7 of hearts. And that's all the time I have today for magic with you guys on the interwebs. So once again, thank you from the grand land of Olean. Thank you for coming on this journey with me today. Winky face. Happy Valentine's Day. If you want to chat for a little bit, we can chat. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. That's a big moment right there. Ooh, magic noises. So yes. Thank you, Chris, for helping me out with that magic. We got it. Good deal. Yeah. Oh no. The shirt I was wearing the other day, it kind of stuck to. This one doesn't really stick. Yeah. Kind of just stayed because it was more of a, that's a shiny material. I also got my necklace on, so maybe that doesn't help. Nah. It was a sweater, so it kind of stuck to the sweater a little bit. But yeah, that's good stuff. You know what? Now that I think about it, I actually think I... Nope, that's not it. See, that's what happens when you go off script. There was a card in my hat, but it was the eight of spades. Yeah, the 8 of spades. If you want the 7, you actually have to put it in the hat, and then it comes out as the 7. That's how that works. I need cue cards. Just kidding. This is the part where we just mess around where we're chatting. Six of hearts. That's pretty close, right? Now, if we took the 6 and we put it in the center, we could actually level it up a little bit to the 8 that we had found earlier. Haha. 6 is still on top though. This is basically the Ferris Bueller ending. We're just kind of still here hanging out with people. But if you want to hang out, we can hang out. We're jamming now. Is there a face-up card in this pack? Is there a face-down card in this pack? That's a little joke for you. Let's see. Let's see if we can do some cardistry today, just to practice here. If my hands are up for it, maybe sometimes they're just not up for it. We spin some cards around, make some fans, throw some cards. These are new cards, so they're kind of slippery. So, we We can slow down in this moment so you can see the spread. Here's a good one. This one should get the likes. Who here's a super fan? Gorgeous. That's the 5 of diamonds. Sorry, I was counting to myself. I was counting cards. Yeah, it's about 36 down, 5 diamonds, yeah. We're just playing around. It's a good time. It's a good time. Put the card into the center, and then your card jumps to the top. Haha. Oh, that's right. I need a magic wand. And now, the 5 of diamonds. Did I say hearts earlier? I think I said hearts, but the 5 of diamonds. Can't remember what card is mine. Let's see if we can actually put this in from the back here. Then we should be able to have it jump right to the top. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a 2 of clubs again. Those two things are pretty tricky. Here we go. Let's see if we can do this. Whoa! It's the sound effects. I told you this makes it work. Thank you guys for joining me here today at the 32-minute mark. I really appreciate you guys just hanging out with me while I'm playing around with some cards. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't liked it already. I can talk shop a little bit. So the last stream that I did was my 10-minute stream, my 10-minute show that I don't keep up on the YouTubes. I just do it real quick and then I cut it. Really, it's just for me to kind of throw out some, 10-minute tight shows and stuff, just so I can get a little bit better at the lives and stuff. But this is just us having fun and hanging out. It's Valentine's Day. The King of Hearts. Did I say the King of Hearts? I meant the 5 of Diamonds. I can move away from that. I'm getting a little bit too ambitious. Let me move away from that for a second here and try something a little bit different. This is kind of new, but kind of old as well. It makes me hungry whenever I do this because it makes me think of cake. Anyway, so let's see if we can take... we're going to need a red card and a black card. Let's see. Jack of Clubs for one, and let's say the Queen of Diamonds for the other. That seems pretty good to me. Now, these two are like star-crossed lovers, right? We're going to actually separate them in the universe, but they will find each other once again. And here's how they find themselves. It's kind of one of those ideas where you can move heaven and earth if you have enough love, right? And here's how it's going to look. Remember, the universe is all about chaos, right? So we're going to make things chaotic because there's no order to love. I've also talked about the idea of like entanglement theory. So these are two, perhaps a god and a goddess, who have been separated by space and time. We mentioned Doctor Who earlier, so we kind of had to bring it full circle, right? Let's go ahead and show you the chaos. Like so. What is that? It was almost 6-7, but it was 7-8. Yes. Now I think we're going to need a couple of cards. Let's go ahead with, let's see here, a couple cards there, and a couple cards from the bottom. Perfect. Now, if we give these cards a little bit of a mix, what you'll notice is that we actually have 4 reds and 4 black cards. Now, these, of course, are a representation of the elements that make up the universe. We've got hearts, clubs, diamonds. It doesn't look like there's any hearts in here for some reason, but we did go with the Queen of Hearts, so that kind of makes sense. And now, what we need to do is we need to figure out how can we bring our loves back together? The Jack of Clubs and the Queen of Diamonds. First, we do a little bit here. Now, if you're familiar with this, I said it makes me think of cake. Because I like cake. Anyway, here we go. We have 2 piles here, and if you were here, you'd actually get to pick one. You can either go black or red. And that's just how that would work. Black or red. Black or red. Black or red. And there's that old 5 of diamonds again. It keeps showing up. Anyway, with all the chaos in the universe, elements hitting against each other, we have somehow managed to separate all of the red cards from all of the black cards. Very nice. Now, of course, doing it that way is pretty good. But of course, that was face down. Let's see if we can do it face up. Black, red. Black, red. Black, red. Clearly separated by distance. Red here, black here. Now they are still together. Entwined together across the universe. Or perhaps even the multiverse, if you will. Now, if they are pushed together, with a little bit of cosmic forces, we perhaps can separate them once again. Now, hopefully that means that our lovers can find peace. One last time. Here and here. Perhaps we can find them in the Milky Way. Combine together the blacks and the reds. And today, with all of the heat of the universe, perhaps we can find a way. That is, of course, only the black cards, because in the heat of love and in the universe, as things combine together, we have traveled back to where we began. And now all of the cards, and I mean all of them, are completely restored back to normal. Now, if we were to cut the cards here in the center, we have 2 piles, the red and the black. Now remember, these 2 face down cards, there's one in the red pile and one in the black pile, had found their way back together. This one's more off-centered. And that, of course, is the Queen And this one is, of course, the Jack. So if you were here for that entire situation, look at this chaotic mess. We had the Queen of Diamonds and the Jack of Clubs. They were lost in the deck. The deck was mixed, but now is unmixed to reds and blacks. And the Jack and the Queen had found themselves, but then they switched places. What a story to tell. Tell your grandkids that you were here on this fateful day when some guy on the internet was rambling on for almost an hour on Valentine's Day. I will leave you with one last thing. And no, it's not a magic trick, because we've exhausted that. One last thing for me to share with you on this Valentine's Day of 2026. Remember, always remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And hopefully, we see you in the next one. Thank you for everything. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. We'll see you next time. Clicking the buttons, clicking the buttons, clicking the buttons. Here goes buttons. That's a button. That's not the button. Here's the button up here. Ah, are you sure you want to stop the streaming? Yes. Okay, bye.